Hi, I'm Patrick, and in this video, I'm here in Chios, in one of the islands in the Greek DLC, and I have a trailer loaded with chemicals, and they're headed up to Kavala. And in case you didn't know, Kavala is the only city in the Greek DLC that I have not visited yet. So let's go ahead and get this job started. Okay, well, this is the last city in Greece for me to visit, and after this I'll be headed north. Because, of course, the next map expansion is going to be on the opposite side of Europe. And in case you hadn't noticed, this is the second week in a row when I've had 2 videos in 1 week from ETS2. And that's mostly because I'm wanting to finish off Greece, and also it just worked that way. I've really enjoyed the scenery here in Greece. The foliage is nice. The rocks on the sides there are nice. The buildings look really good. Everything's nice here, except for the roundabouts. Did not care for the roundabouts here. But overall, I've really liked it, and I've been watching the videos released from the Nordic Ryzens, which will be up in the northernmost part of Europe, and they're looking really nice too, though. Waited too long to pull out. And of course they're turning. And that car's just... oh, that truck's... y'all, I can't pull out. That car's in the way. Oh well. Well, I guess it wasn't that bad. I don't know why they stopped, but here we go. It's like an airport control tower. Yeah, there's an airport right there. If you can't tell, there's a road sweeper up ahead, and those things go about, I don't know, 10, 15 miles an hour. I also noticed there's two pickup trucks ahead of me. I didn't think pickup trucks were very common in Europe, but they seem to be. And in fact, there's another one on the left coming toward us. So I guess we have time to look over at the water and the coastline. And we are on an island here, so we're looking across the, I don't know, the bay, the Gulf, sea, I'm not sure what it is over there. And probably future Patrick is not going to look that up, so maybe you can. Is that a Datsun pickup ahead of me? This was supposed to be a short video, and it is getting to be a little obnoxious. But look at the waves coming in and going out. They got the waves coming in and going out. And I'm really hoping that street sweeper turns left. I'm just really impressed by the waves, and that street sweeper is going straight. That car ahead of us is turning, and so is the pickup truck. So, and the light just turned red. It's times like this that I think that I should show how to use the console menu. Oh look, all the cars disappeared. Don't worry, they'll be back. If you didn't know, I've actually made a full-length video and some short videos showing how to use that console menu. And it's good for entering commands for when you're in trouble. And we all know that AI traffic is sometimes a problem. And there are seriously times when you just have to use the console commands to fix a problem. There have been times when I've been driving and two AI vehicles will just randomly decide to hit each other on an interstate highway and completely block the entire lane. Both lanes of traffic, and there was no way around, so I just turned traffic off for a few seconds, turned it back on, it cleared everybody out, and just continued from there. Will that be a possibility on Xbox or PlayStation? Probably not. Which is one reason I'm wondering how popular those will be for these games, because most of the player base is already, well, no, 100% of the player base is already playing on PC. Will they give up all of the abilities we have in PC gaming to play on those? Probably some of them. And I'm also guessing that most players don't even know that console commands exist. But if you're one of the dozen or so people watching this video, now you do. I'm pretty sure that GPS is pointing me to this one. And looking at the line coming out of the ferry, it's definitely coming out of this one. So I'm 90% certain that there is a 50% chance that this is correct. Okay, we're going to Kavala from Chios. Embark. And we're here, but it's dark. So I'm probably going to pull over to the side down here. I need to take a screenshot anyway. I see a photo opportunity up ahead. So I'm going to pull over. I'm going to take that screenshot, and then I will sleep through the night using, once again, console commands. This looks like a good place to park anyway. Okay, let's get back on the road. And just think, soon there could be actual drivable buses in the game. Nobody's certain when those will actually be out, but probably sometime next year. And don't hit the cones in the middle. This is not GTA. People driving towards Fort Zancudo know exactly what I'm talking about. And how did that truck not hit us? I don't know. Once again, when I say us, I mean me, myself, and I. It's obviously a medical symbol in that building. Symbols are nice. You may not know what the language is. It may even be in an alphabet that you have no idea how to decipher their letters. But when they use universal symbols like the snakes wrapped around the staff, you know that's got something to do with medicine. And I guess technically I'm turning right here, so I will turn my blinker on. And of course sometimes they just spell out the word Sigma. That's interesting. That flag's really waving. The Illinois State DLC isn't out yet, and already feel like I'm in the Windy City after seeing that flag. Although these roads are kind of reminding me more of San Francisco. Those are some nicely made pine trees too. The details in these games just keeps getting better, and I can't wait for all of the updates that are coming. I guess they're going to wait for me to turn. I had to pull forward so I could see around that building back there, or the wall, or whatever it was. And of course AI, when you pull just a little bit further than expected, they think, well, we'd better stop, because they're not going to, even though I did stop. And in case you're wondering what my graphics settings are, first of all, I don't understand why there are so many videos telling what my graphics settings, what are the best graphics settings. These are the graphics settings you should use. No, you should figure out what your graphics settings are best at on your own, because your computer is not my computer. And unless you have exactly what I have, which by the way is a Ryzen 5 1500X, yeah, first generation Ryzen, and a what is it, a 6650 XT graphics card from AMD, and 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, no, DDR4 RAM. Unless you have exactly that, and you have exactly the same SSD that I have everything's installed on, me telling you what my graphics are doesn't really make a difference to your computer. But I will tell you that most of my graphics settings are at maximum. The only ones that aren't, I think, are, I know the mirror detail and distance. Well, I'm not sure about the distance. The mirror detail is set to, I think, low or medium, and I have the scaling set, I think, at 200%, maybe 300. I can't remember. But again, if you have a better CPU than I have, you can probably increase the mirror detail. And if you have a better GPU, you can probably increase the scaling to 400%. You also have to consider that I do have a few mods installed. If you don't, you can probably increase your graphics more than if you do. That's just the way things is. This is an automatic transmission. It's not that I'm not shifting. The computer is not shifting, and it knows that I'm going uphill, and it knows that it needs that power, I guess. don't think this is an 11-speed. No, it's a 13-speed transmission. Actually, I think it might be a 60. Yeah, it's a 16-speed. I'll set cruise control to the speed limit. So anyway, over to the right, you can see the water again. You can see a lot of details that really are almost blocked by the foliage, but you can still see through over to it. And that's something that they really did a good job on. Ooh, gotta watch out. Stay in my lane here. There's another pickup truck. Look at the buildings down there and the water. There's a sailboat down there. Interchange in 2,000 meters. That's like 2 kilometers, I think. That's over a mile, though. You want to slow down just in case I encounter something down here. I feel like in game this should have been 2 miles by now. Way over 2 kilometers. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I also have to remember that 60 is 60 kilometers per hour. That's quite a bit slower than 60 miles per hour. But here's an off-ramp coming up, so I'll get over and make this turn, which means I will need to slow down. Oh, okay. It auto-paid for me. I'll just stay here in the left lane because it looks like I'm going to be turning left down here. Maybe I have to get a little closer? A little closer? Okay, maybe I need to get just a little closer. Do I have to touch it? Okay, I'm touching it, and nothing is happening. Backing up. Anything back there? I don't think there's anybody behind me. Maybe... I don't know, just looking at the map, there's nothing saying I have to be in the right lane here. Unless it was on that big sign back there. Okay, these aren't opening. And there's nobody behind me. So I don't know what that means. Oh! I was supposed to turn there. I don't know what that was, but, well, oops. Oh, it was a sign. It's okay, I have good insurance. No, wait, that's an American Truck Simulator. My insurance rates are terrible in Europe. I'm going to have to pay for that sign. Oh well. Looks like we have a cargo dock over here. And another gate, which I'm hoping will actually raise. It did. That's nice. And that big yellow X means that I have to turn left into this very narrow gate. That was a piece of cake. You know, I just realized that I am off course here. But I'm coming back right here, so that's fine. Actually, I think I was fine all along. So let's see where they want me to park this thing. Okay, that's not too bad. I say is I'm almost certain to miss it at least 3 times. Also, I have to avoid this guy over here who's standing right where I could very well hit him. Maybe not. And yeah, I'm using the toggle zoom. Yeah, the steering axles on the trailer are kind of fighting me, but not badly. And I gotta say that once again, they have really saved the day getting around these tight corners. So I'm not going to complain very much this time. And yeah, he's safe. So let's see what we get. Okay, well, yeah, I forgot to turn the witches off, so they're still flying around, but that's no problem. This was a longer trip than I expected, mostly because of the street sweeping truck, but that's fine. I got 11,000 euros. I'm sure that's a nice amount for the trip we made. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.